Good afternoon. What an amazing event this has been so far. There's a Korean proverb that says, the best time to plant a tree was 20 years ago. The second best time to plant a tree is today. My goodness, look at what you are doing. You all are creating your trees. You are planting the roots for a better future. This is about one of the most exciting times to be part of MannaTech is right now. You know, I have to first applaud all of you who are ranked up. I have to applaud all of you that are here, because just by showing up, that's half the job. Also, we have to thank the Korean staff, the corporate staff, for Patrick Park as Regional President of Asia for this amazing event that he's put on. Let's give Patrick Park and the staff a huge hand. It's because of Patrick's servant leadership. He is a visionary, and he has instilled that servant leadership down through the ranks, and you can see it in every single detail. Also, I did a lot of reading on Korean proverbs, and there's another one that I really like that said that any large mountain that's going to be moved, it first has to be moved by moving small stones. And it's that attention to detail that has made this so successful because of Patrick, his team, and all of you. It's incredible, and I applaud you. You're an inspiration to all of us, and you're helping to drive the momentum of this company. And it's so exciting. It's so exciting from an M5M standpoint. I mean, what a fantastic video that was. Did everybody like the video? The foundation video? Yes? Also, I definitely need to applaud my upline, our CEO and President, Mr. Al-Bala, for his vision 2 years ago. Yes, this is what I want to show you. 2 years ago, he set a goal for us, and he said, these are the things that we're going to do. We're going to make this a simple business. We're going to make this associate focused. And look at the fruits of what's happening. It's incredible to see. And lastly, I have to thank my personal mentor, my father, Stan Frederick, the chairman of the board of MannaTech. I get to work with him on a daily basis, and that's not something that a lot of sons can say about their fathers. But I honor him for the leader that he is, for the visionary that he is, and the commitment that he made to this company 17 years ago. And it's just incredible. I want to put a picture up there. This was me and my dad. I had an opportunity to take him to South Africa. You know, there are 4 major events which I believe have had an impact on my life. And I sat listening to the stories, and it just is so inspirational to hear each one of you talking. People that have been here for a long time, and people that have had such profound experiences with the products, with the change in their financial lifestyle and financial freedom. And it's just incredible to hear all that. Well, the four things in my life that had a huge impact is that when I was a kid, I used to go every summer, up until the time I was 14, I would go every summer to Mexico to build houses in the dump. And this was building houses for the malnourished and the impoverished. We would go back every single summer, and it was always frustrating because you would go and you would feel like it was sand in your hand. That every time, it would be the same thing. You would do something and you go back the next year and feel like the same problems existed. And it just felt like you needed something more sustainable. Well, the next major event was my mother and her compromised health. So after the last time when I left Mexico, that following year, my mother, her health was extremely compromised. She went from being this strong person, and you know how it is with your mother, that's your security blanket. My mother went from being my mother to hardly being there at all because she was in bed. She had lost all moisture in her body, her muscles had withered away. Luckily, she found, believe it or not, pharmaceuticals the doctors ended up putting her on chemotherapy drugs, and the chemotherapy drugs saved her life because she probably wasn't going to make it. So fast forward 17 years, it gave her 17 years, which was incredible. But I tell you what, anybody knows what that kind of stuff does to a human body. She was retaining water. She just didn't look good. She had very low energy. Her body just was not functioning. Well, fast forward to the year 2000, my father decided that he was going to take some of his money from selling a company and he was going to invest in a company called MannaFest. He thought, you know what, I'll get into this thing and I'll get out. He bought enough shares to become the second largest shareholder, but he thought, wow, this is going to be a great return on the investment. There's great fundamentals here. But all of a sudden, just like has happened to many of us, he fell in love with the company. Why? Because of the products and the people. So he ended up saying, hey, why don't I'm going to get Judy, my mother, on the products. And she asked the doctors if that was okay, and they said yes. And so she got on the products, and about 6 months goes by. She's tested every single month by the doctors, and the doctors are looking at her saying, you know what, your markers are changing, and what are you doing? And she said, well, I'm just supplementing my diet. And they said, well, just keep doing that. And so they just actually started tapering her off of the chemotherapy drugs, and about after 18 months, they said, well, you know what, it looks like your body's doing what it needs to do, so we're just going to take you off of it. So now, 17 years later, she's been on MannaFest products, which has been pretty incredible. And back in the year 2006, I decided I have got to join this company. This is the most exciting thing, so I decided to join my father. And in joining the company was one of the best things that I could have possibly ever done. Because then, 2 years ago, I was asked to become the chairman of the M5M Foundation. And here was an opportunity to take this incredible, unique technology and take it to children, and take it to them in a sustainable way that would change their life, just like it's changed many of your lives. So that was just an incredible opportunity for us to do that. And so we put the foundation together. Sarah Bowen is our M5M director. She does a great job of running the foundation. The foundation's mission is to combat the effects of global malnutrition by providing food source supplements to children in need. We had this mission, we had a vision that said our vision is to see over 5 million children across the world embracing a greater quality of life, thriving, nourished, and full of hope. So the foundation is huge. It's just a great opportunity. It's a great opportunity for us to really make a difference in the world. And why is it so good? It's because it is unique. It's easy. This is as easy as you getting someone on auto order for $100 a month, and you will nourish a child for a month. That's how easy it is. The M5M program is profound. It is something that's unique. So the nutrition cycle, why is this important? Because this is how we change the world. We affect generations in the future by introducing nutrition to children. Because what does it do? It impacts them in school. It impacts them in communities. It impacts them in their home. It impacts them with their personal development and their self-worth. Now all of a sudden you're affecting future generations and communities. Now some of these effects of malnutrition are hard to look at. But there's poor physical growth, skin lesions, that just, again, don't do well in school. The cognitive function is poor. It is a huge problem that needs to be solved. And even here in Asia, there is a big problem. A big problem in China, a big problem here in Korea. And it's something that has to be addressed. Right now, we are nourishing 17,000 kids a day through our program here in Central Asia. Yes. I must need to replace the batteries in this clicker. Okay, so our solution is Phyto Blend. Phyto Blend is really easy to use. It's very easy to administer. It is a blend of everything that makes MannaTech great. It's a blend of our micronutrients, our glyconutrients, phytonutrients, and it's easy to administer. So we send it out to these caregivers, to our partners, and they actually take the Phyto Blend, they put it in the food. I've seen it happen. We've gone down to Guatemala, we've gone to South Africa, and we see it happen in the kitchens. It's a really easy process, and it's so neat that we are involved and that we have such good partners that are making this happen on a daily basis. Okay. So here and actually in China, these are pictures from the Bethel School. We have there's a child by the name of Hai Feng, and Hai Feng has been on Phyto Blend for almost since January, and this is a child who's highly autistic and blind, and since being on Phyto Blend, the child is playing more. The child is actually learning to sign because his cognitive abilities weren't very good, but now he's learning to sign. He's able to communicate and ask for food and ask for his favorite toy. And so it's awesome to get this feedback from our partners. We have really good partners here in Asia. This was a letter from them. They said, hey, thank you for the gift of Phyto Blend. The powder was delivered safely to the orphanage last year. This was the caregiver. They said they could confirm that the children are getting it as they would see, because they actually saw it being cooked on their food when they attended the school. So again, this is a global issue, but we are global. The M5M Foundation is global. We are impacting children all over the world. Right now, we're nourishing about 100,000 kids on a daily basis. That's 27.5 million servings that have been administered. Let's applaud that. Okay, in closing, thank you all for the time here today. We are very excited about all the work that you're doing, all this rank up. It is impacting kids all over the world. So I will close with one more Korean proverb. There is no winter without snow. There is no spring without sunshine, and there is no happiness without friendship. Thank you all for your friendship, and let's do one. Let's everybody stand up one time. Let's do one MannaTech. Ready? We're gonna stand up, and I'm gonna say 1, 2, 3, and you're gonna say MannaTech, M5M, fighting. Okay? 1, 2, 3. Man!